Hey guys, it's currently Monday. I'm going to be doing an art stream today, and let me show you where we're at in the marker art. Oh, we have all four corners done. My goal is to finish it this week, but I also don't want to rush it. So if it's not done, it's not done, because I do have some other tasks to do this week. But I did the plum corner. Look how cute. I love the colors on this one. My one complaint about this is I did not do bright enough highlights on it. I was supposed to leave a lot of really light areas, and I didn't get that because the sun is supposed to be coming in from this side, but maybe just the bottom stuff has the brighter lighting. Like look at down here, we got this tulip section and other flowers. See how pale the tips of the greenery gets? Same on this side, it gets very, very pale here. I was supposed to do something similar up here, like on the side the light's coming from. I didn't succeed in that, but there's a lot left on this. This is a big piece of paper, and yeah, that's where we're at. So will I finish it this week? I don't know. I'll at least make decent progress. That's kind of my goal, but I have some shop stuff and other things to get done too. I did get Christian to package orders for me this morning though. That saved me like an hour. Okay, maybe let's not set that on the counter. Let's put it back in the drawer. I'm so paranoid about Kiki puking on my artwork. I mean, I've been pretty good about that lately. I tuck artwork away, but I'm extra paranoid after this sketchbook vomiting incident. Now, what else is new? I'm doing some decluttering because my friend Susie invited us to participate in decluttering with her for January. So getting rid of something every day for all 31 days of the month. And I'm trying to do more than one item a day when I can. And so we take pictures of what we're getting rid of, post it in our group chat. And I've been also posting them to TikTok on my Baylee account. I was posting daily at first, but now I'm going to post every 2 to 3 days because it's boring sometimes just showing a couple things, like deodorant, for example. That was today's item, 4 sticks of deodorant. So I'm like, okay, let's combine some videos together for that. But I'm accumulating it all on the dining room table just so I can get a visual representation of everything I'm getting rid of. Plus, then I can just do like one trip to donate to this place and then figure out what I'm listing on Marketplace, get those listings made, whatever. I'll deal with that later. And I also tidied up this room a lot. I cleared off a lot of surfaces. The table, messy because I'm in the middle of working on the artwork. I was doing a little bit of it last night, and so that's messy, but understandable. This is probably where I made the biggest change. I took 4 of the drawers out and moved the knickknacks down. I've been thinking about doing this, and it looks really good when I have the lights on behind me during my live streams because, yeah, all this stuff used to sit here and here, and if I would adjust the monitors or something, this stuff would get pushed off. Kiki would knock stuff down, and so now there and here are both mostly open. I do a few larger items, and then this always falls down, the Yeetus. I've tied it with a string, so it will not fall down anymore, and it's not blocking the order counter or anything. So that's pretty cool. Also, I put my Google Home and the Wi-Fi puck down there. They were previously over on the computer desk, but I'm just trying to save some room. Plus, excuse me, Kiki. Plus, I got a really long power bar. It's got like 20 spots or something. Okay, we don't want to see the kikusi. It goes from there all the way over to there because I had power bars plugged into extension cords and extension cords plugged into the power bars. It was honestly a fire hazard. Now this long bar is plugged directly into the wall. And I ordered some other cables and stuff for other areas of the room. For example, we have this up here now. So if I want to charge my phone or plug in my mug warmer, something like that, I've got it here because otherwise I have to reach behind to my mounted surge protector. So there's that. And then over here, I have some stuff to go underneath there. This is another situation where there are extension cords plugged into extension cords, plugged into extension cords. So I haven't fixed that yet because I'm waiting on one thing to come in the mail still. Almost identical to this one, but it's thicker on the side because there are some side plugs. And that way it'll clean up all the cables under the desk. Then I also got this thing, which is clamped to the table, and it will also plug in underneath. But this way, if I'm plugging in my Cricut light box or again, charging my phone, anything I might need over here, I can plug it in here. But this is like a temporary spot. So there's nothing permanently plugged into it, just as needed. Because otherwise I would need to use extension cord to go all the way over to here. I had a power bar here and I got rid of it. This can also be gone. I just needed that last night for my phone charger. But once this is plugged in, I can just plug in directly here. Then I also got a little lens cover for my top-down camera. You probably can't really tell, but apparently you can just screw things into this lens. Like there are little screw thingies like threading right here. What I got was a polarizing filter because my top-down camera always has glare. I always have to tilt the artwork for it to not have the glare, and so I always use the side view, but the polarizing filter makes the glare go away so I can get nice, juicy top-down shots. I'm so excited. I was so giddy once I put that on last night. I was almost on the verge of tears. I was dancing, squealing. So excited. So excited. But yes, these surfaces are cleared off for the most part. My Ariel doll finally arrived. She was delayed from the Canada Post strikes. I cleaned this surface a little bit. I just had a bunch of stuff sitting around. Hey, it's Christian's water bottle. Get this out of here. There was just a bunch of clutter here, and I cleared it off because it gets chaotic in this area. And I removed the bins that were here and put these bamboo shelves back. And I cleared off these spaces. And yes, I found those jelly roll pens back here. I can't believe I was filming this spot. I'm like, I can't find them. And they were visible in the footage. Yet when I was editing, I didn't even see them. But I moved some of that stuff out of the way. It needs a further decluttering. I just temporarily threw some stuff up here. You know, the decluttering is not done. But there's just less clutter on the surfaces for now, which is great. Even over here, I moved a couple of my small knickknacks down off the top. So like the little bunnies on a log. And then I have the little squirrels with their nut. Just so there's less up here. So there's more to do, but that's the progress. Oh my God. Oh my God. Why, baby? Why? Okay, my live stream starts in like 15 minutes and I still have to eat. So up here on the dining room tables where I'm putting all the stuff I'm getting rid of. And so it's a pretty decent pile already. Today's only day 6 and I've got all this stuff. This pile is technically not part of the first 6 days. I'm just accumulating more stuff for a future date. I cleared out this big jewelry organizer quite a while ago, but I've yet to list it on Facebook Marketplace, so I'll have to do that. We got some cookbooks, other miscellaneous junk from a kitchen cupboard, some clothes, bath bombs, epilator, deodorant, and a toaster oven. That doesn't really count because we were just replacing that with a newer toaster oven because my mom got us one for Christmas. This is the new toaster oven, the Ninja Flip. So fancy compared to our old one. And yesterday we took down the Christmas decor, so this room's feeling a lot less cluttered without all the decor there. I am missing something that goes in the middle of the table, but I don't remember where I stored that. It might be downstairs somewhere. Other than that, we're back to normal with this layout. I went to record this voiceover, and it was already recording. It's been recording for the last 18 hours. So, I stopped that and let's start fresh. Okay, no stopping the recording. I gotta talk nonstop. Let's make this a little easier for myself to edit. This is a long segment here for the art. It's about 13 minutes long, and there will be another art segment later in the video. I forgot how long this was gonna be because I totally forgot that I recorded some footage on the weekend that you haven't seen, like working on the plum tree and the little tulip corner. You saw it earlier in the vlog, but I also filmed the footage for it over the weekend and need to put it in here. I have to. I filmed it. I must include it. So it's an abridged version. You don't see me color every plum, every leaf. You know, you might see a few and then I skip on to the next thing. Otherwise, this would be the longest art segment ever because I'm putting so much time into this artwork. Each little segment I do takes so long. So let me discuss. We're going to talk actually about something else first to fill the time, and then I can talk more about the artwork. But I figured let's talk about some of my goals for the year. Some of the stuff I've talked about in the past. A few things I did mention in my last vlog, so I'll quickly revisit those. But I whipped up a little list just now. I might be missing some things. I don't know. Might change my mind on some of this stuff, but here's just some of the things that have been on my mind. So first thing was bring back the game streams. That's one I talked about in the last vlog, and I did bring them back. They're the Friday streams, and I'm also going to attempt Monday evenings simply because I'm already doing a live stream on Monday, and I rarely do anything in the evening after the stream because I don't want to like start up something else to work on. So it's really just a free evening, and I'm like, you know what? That'd be a good place to stick in another gaming one. But the Mondays are a trial run, okay? They're a trial run because I don't know if I can handle 2 a week, but we'll see. We'll see. We're trying it out. For sure, we're doing Fridays, and we'll try out Mondays. And I got rid of these for a couple reasons. Part of it was I just wanted to get back more time to put towards the business and whatnot. I just felt like I was a little strapped for time, and the game streams felt like a waste of time because it wasn't really anything productive. It was just for fun. And so I thought, okay, if something has to go, it's this, because it's not really contributing much to paying the bills, and I need more time to design more products, pack more orders, what have you. And also, I just was kind of falling out of it. There was about a month straight where every Friday I was like, I don't really want to do this game stream. Like, I feel like I should be doing something else. I don't want to do this. So that's why. And I think a big part of it too was because I got into watching a lot of other small business YouTubers. I had subscribed to a bunch of new people that I wasn't following previously, and their content is strictly small business. And so I think that motivated me to lean more into the business thing. I even told myself, like, oh, I'll do some extra videos where it's like small business tutorials, and, you know, I want my short form content to be small business themed. And ultimately, I just decided I don't want to do that for short form content. But, you know, I was kind of leaning full into that. And I miss the game streams because, like, yeah, it's just for fun. But why not have something that is just for fun? Because a lot of stuff I do is fun, right? But, you know, there's that guilt. Like, I have to be doing something that's fun, but also productive towards the business. But it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be productive, but also, like, you know, I love gaming. It's a great hobby for me, and I liked having that time set aside because that's theoretically supposed to be guilt-free time. Like, it's scheduled time, so play your games guilt-free, but I was feeling the guilt, so I don't know. Now I'm willing to bring it back, and I couldn't be more excited. So there's that. And then related to that was, what was it? I was just saying it. Okay. Well, yeah, the short form content I was mentioning. I'm doing a big push on that this year for a few different reasons. One is just, you know, keeping up with the times. I should have been posting consistently a long time ago. I've had little stints where I post and then I'm gone. But also, I wasn't really sure what I was doing with my TikTok page. Again, was it small business, or was it more artsy? Was it more vloggy? I just didn't really know. And now I know. I just want to keep it kind of creative and fun, not small business related, other than like the odd thing, obviously, because that's just part of my life. There's going to be some stuff related to that, but I want it to be based around creative projects, which also ties into my other thing, how I want to just do more creative projects. I mentioned that in the last vlog as well. Just not be so consumed by the business all the time, and just, I mean, it's probably easier said than done. When there's a big shop update, the prep and the order packing is going to consume at least 3 solid weeks of my life. But other than that, I want to really be more creative, and not just artwork, but more crafty things or DIY things around the house, just creative in general. And so that's the kind of content I want to put forth with the short form content. And yeah, that's why I'm doing that. And hopefully also the short form content gets more people from other social media to YouTube, or even people who are already on YouTube but maybe not subscribed anymore. Because anytime I post TikTok or like a YouTube short, I get comments being like, oh my God, I used to watch you all the time and I'm back now. Sometimes they're just popping in and going, but other times they're resubscribing, refollowing, because maybe they got sick of the art challenges and things I was doing before, but they're more interested in the vlogs that I'm doing now. And so it's bringing back old people. So that's a big thing for me, is bringing people back to the YouTube channel, but also just getting more eyes on my content, which means more eyes on my store, more sales, what have you, the typical social media thing. Yeah. And so now let's get into some other stuff. I wrote, allow myself to work evenings, because for a while I was like, I need a better work-life balance. You know, I need to make a better effort at not doing work stuff after supper unless I really need to. And now I'm like, you know what? Screw that, because I don't like just sitting around every evening, okay? I do like my downtime, and yes, I would sometimes use that time to do my gaming, read a book, maybe do a little bit more art, but I just, you know what? If I have to put in more time, just do it, because like my work is also my hobby, and there's really no harm in me working the evenings. If I'm on a roll, then work. And if I don't want to work, then don't. I don't want to feel guilty about not working evenings, but also I don't want to stop myself from doing that, because otherwise there's just not enough hours in a day, you know? I need to just allow it to happen. And next on the list, I wrote more big Copic illustrations, just more big illustrations, because I love my little sketchbook doodling, but we need more big stuff, kind of like what I'm working on now. Maybe not quite as ambitious every time, but more stuff that's very Copic focused and blending in Copics, not too much pencil over top, sort of like this illustration. I also wrote clothing manufacturing. I've been back and forth on this because a few months ago I was like, yeah, I'm going to do this. And then I chickened out. Is getting clothing manufactured from scratch, because I have such a hard time getting blanks or getting the blanks I want. Maybe I really like something. I like this material, but I wish the cut was different or this and that. And it's like, okay, well, why don't I just make stuff from scratch? Plus, the suppliers in Canada are always sold out of what I want. It's so annoying trying to get stock in. So if I just get stuff manufactured from scratch, I could have it on hand. I would need to buy kind of bulk at a time, and I wouldn't be able to just order stuff on short notice. It would have to be planned well ahead of time, but that would be so nice. And I could get, it doesn't have to be solid color blanks. I could get creative with it and maybe have a clothing piece even just made entirely from scratch where we don't do any kind of embroidery on it. Like the possibilities really just open up when you get into actual manufacturing. So I want to at least look into that, dip my toes into that and see what it's like, see what I can find and how that goes. It's really scary, but at least get the ball rolling and test it out, you know? And speaking of manufacturing, I'm really leaning towards doing a puzzle. I've been talking about it for a long time, and I feel like this art piece you see right here would make a good puzzle. Squeaky Seamstress also, but if I had to choose, I probably would make this one the puzzle, because I'd probably only get one manufactured at a time. So maybe that for later in the year too as well. And I wrote coloring book ? It's been on my list for like nearly a decade now. I'm feeling extra motivated to actually work on one. It's just so much artwork to make that I'm a little scared. So we'll see. I'll have to plan out like what kind of a style I would go for it, and what, you know, I gotta think about it. But it could even be something smaller. It doesn't have to be a huge book. And then I have to decide how I'm getting it made. Like, do I want to do it in-house and we do it wire bound at the top, or do I want to use the manufacturer who makes my sketchbooks? They could make the coloring books for me. So I don't know, things to think about. And what else did I write? Oh, continue soundproofing the embroidery room. Because I sort of did some soundproofing around the machines themselves, but I want to soundproof the door and just have more stuff on the walls in general. And maybe one of those little things that go on the bottom of your door that's meant to prevent a draft from coming in, that would help block some sound as well. Things like that I've been putting off. And I wrote spruce up the king's spare room. That's one thing that's not actually business related, because we have 2 spare bedrooms and one of them has just the bed. I really would like to get into some side tables and lamps at the very least. The whole thing does not need to be decorated, but some side tables, lamps, and then it's good enough for guests, you know, because we do have guests who stay in there. Like, my mom prefers staying in the other room, but Christian's parents prefer that king bedroom. And so, you know, I just need them both somewhat functional, because one has bed, side table, lamps, no other decor, but that's all it really needs to be functional, right? So there's that. And so that was everything on my list. That's all I can think of for now. And we are getting to the end of this art segment, so I gotta hurry up and say something about the art. The plum tree section, a little dark. I might have mentioned that earlier in the vlog. I don't know, because I haven't edited that footage yet. But I have since gone back in with pencil and lightened it up a little bit. I was hesitant to do that because I don't want pencil texture, but I went in and I did do that at the very end, which you don't see yet in this art segment. You'll see it at the end of the next segment. And just got a lot of progress done here. We're now at the part where I was live streaming and got a whole bunch of background greenery done. And it's looking pretty great. I did purple shadows on that greenery so that it doesn't blend into the lemon tree and plum tree too much. So lemon and plum have blue shading, and then the other leaves behind it have the purple shading, which might feel a bit weird because they're different, but it helps separate them a little bit, because I want that nice gradient where it's darkest around the edges and gets lighter in the middle, but I don't want everything to just blend into each other, if that makes sense. Because like those lighter green leaves, I want them light, but not lighter than the background, because the background behind those is going to be even lighter. So, you know, I was trying to get that balanced, and so far it's turning out well. I'm liking the way that is going. What else can I say about it? I thought of a lot of things while I was trimming the clips, and now I'm forgetting it all because I only think of it while I'm coloring it, right? Okay, that little brown mushroom might still need some work because I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I have since colored in the rest of the mushrooms and none of them are brown. And so the brown one really stands out. I could try to turn it into a rock, maybe try to lighten some color and just make it different. I don't know. It needs something else. It doesn't match and I'm so sad about it. I need to do something about the brown mushroom. But yes, here is the progress as of the end of the Monday live stream. Oh, looking so good. I'm so happy. And stay tuned for more of this later in the vlog. It's now Tuesday. We've been dealing with our furnace. It's acting up today. First this morning, it was cold in the house and Christian realized that the furnace was blowing cold air through the vents instead of warm air. And then it stopped blowing air altogether and was not working at all. And then over an hour later, it finally kicked in and started working, but we had already called a tech at that point and still want him to take a look because obviously something's not right. And so he's been messing with it and he went out to get some parts because it looks like it might be some pressure switches or something like that. So he's picking those up and he'll be back, but that's how our morning's going. I'm editing some TikToks right now. I've posted one because I'm doing that Declutter series on the Baylee account. And I forgot to post it yesterday. I filmed it and I sat down to edit it, but I was like, oh, let me do the vlog or the live stream thumbnail first. And then I just forgot. So I posted that. And now I'm working on the one for setting up all the little art cubbies, like from the last vlog where I was setting up the art station on my desk. So that's what I'm working on right now. Okay, update. Furnace is fixed, or seemingly so. All the errors are gone on it, and it seems to be functioning properly. I don't know all the details of the repair, because Christian was handling that while I was doing my stuff. But now I can vlog again, now that the guy's gone. I just wanted to show a couple things that came in the mail. I have museum gel. You guys have been telling me about this for years. Museum wax, museum gel. I went with the gel. Based on videos I saw, it seemed like the cleaner cleanup. But it's to hold things down so they don't fall over, get knocked over. I feel like this case right here is a big problem with that. Could be good in other places too. I don't know, but I finally got some. Also, this power brick thing came in. This is to go underneath my art table to plug in all the stuff down there so I can get rid of all the excessive extension cords. So I could set that up today. But first, I want to unbox Ariel. She's been sitting here for days and I haven't opened her. Now, I used to get these things in all the time and would open them up in the vlogs, but I haven't gotten any new dolls in a long time. I'm trying to be more picky because I have limited space and I have so many dolls already. Plus, a lot of them just don't interest me. Like, I'm trying to be more selective. Only get the ones that I get really excited about. And I'm limiting myself mainly to 17-inch dolls. Unless there was a 12-inch doll I really, really liked, maybe I would get it. But I just feel like the bigger ones look so much nicer and they can put more detail into them. So here we go. Oh, the box is so pretty. How am I gonna open her up? So there are two versions of this Ariel doll. There's a D23 version and then there's the general release. This is general release. I was really torn about which one I liked more, and she was obviously way less expensive since she wasn't the D23 exclusive and there were more of her made. So that's why I went with her. The other one, I really like her bodice area around the bust area. There's like white ruffles and that looks so cute, but I love her big blue puffy sleeves on this version. So, you know, they're both great. They're both great, but I ultimately chose this one, so let's open her up. I debox my dolls to save space, so. Plus then I can see them better. I have a few in their boxes, but the rest come out. Those gold edges are so pretty though. This is a little bit sad. Oh, Kiki, look. Let's get some close-ups before she comes out of the box. Ooh, gorgeous, gorgeous. I love little embroidery details, rhinestones, that kind of thing. I feel like a lot of dolls these days are not as detailed as older dolls were, but this is pretty nice. Lace edge down there. The lighting's a little weird right now. Got that low winter sun assaulting us. Ooh, cute. Okay, now let's take her out. Oh, here's her certificate. She's number 1191 out of 5,300. Okay, she's finally out. There's one twist tie holding her leg to her stand. I'm just gonna keep that there. She's so pretty. Okay. And the turnaround. Oh, this little spinner would have been so nice during the unboxing channel days. Look at how that embroidery does not go all the way around. And we got that gnarly seam. Ugh, good thing we don't see the back, but here she is. Oh my goodness. I was just thinking, another reason why I haven't been as into collecting the dolls is simply because the Disney stores in Canada all closed. I used to have one right across the street from me. I could walk there in under 5 minutes. So that was a big factor. Maybe that had me buying too many dolls. I feel like I could have been a little more selective in my prime doll buying days. But man, this Ariel, oh, I just love how deep the red of her hair is. On my camera screen, it's looking a little bright, but it's like not a cartoony red. It's gorgeous. It's not too flamey. You know what I mean? It's like red, but it's not an orangey red. It's nice and deep. Ugh, love it. And love the bodice. The poof sleeves, the bow, the hair curls. They're a little crispy. But it's so cute. Oh my goodness. Well, there she is. When will I get my next doll? Nobody knows, but she's there. And then the doll display case, it needs a little TLC still. It doesn't have its lights in it yet, so it looks so dark. Because when we moved, I had to take the lights out to disassemble the stand. And so I still have the lights, but I need to put them in. I've been delaying that because I wasn't sure where I was going to plug them in, because there's no plug anywhere along here, except for in the bathroom. But now that I have a light on the ceiling here, I probably could just run an extension cable along it. You'll see it come out the other side of the light and go down there. That might be what we have to do, because yeah, here's the collection. I did get rid of a few 12-inch dolls before we moved, but here it is. I don't know where I'm going to fit Ariel. Probably have to move down some of the 12-inch dolls, move one of them down maybe, or I don't know. It's pretty crowded down there. But the top two shelves are the only place the 17-inch dolls will fit. And then I've got the ones still in their boxes up top. And then, of course, the secondary stand over here, which has a bunch of 12-inch dolls. Maybe one can fit in here. Maybe. I'll probably have to move Esmeralda because she's the poofiest. You know, I need a lot of room for Ariel. So, yeah, Esmeralda, you're going somewhere else. Oh, and my 12-inch Moana is way down there. She has so many accessories that she just stays in the box, but she needs a home. Up here would be a logical spot for her, but then where would Elsa go? Because Elsa's not a doll, she's a statue, so she's a little different. By the way, the furnace guy saw all of this. Okay, I mean, he saw the whole room. He liked it though. He was complimenting it and saying how much his daughters would love it and how it was so cool and whatnot. But this is also what workers see when they come. Okay, watch this. You're coming down the stairs, there's crap all over here. Stuff I have to go through, but also a bunch of stuff displayed. All along there. And then you come down here and you're like, oh, we got Disney figures, we got Polly Pockets, all the Disney dolls. Like, they have to walk right past this area to get to the furnace room. Same with things like embroidery machine delivery, we have the AC installed, all that kind of stuff. Spinning in my highest heels, love, shining just for you. Ooh, idea. Put all the dolls on spinners that spin 24/7. Part of me wants her on the top shelf, but who would move? I kind of like the live action Belle being in the back corner because it's kind of out of the way. Like, she's not one of my favorites. I still love her, but you know, I'm thinking maybe the Rapunzel moves down to where Ariel is. I've got kind of a color thing going on where there's the teals and purples over here. So Rapunzel would match with that, but she'd be on the wrong side. She'd be on the red side. Like I could move the yellow dress belle down into this corner instead. But then who's going back shelf? Who's going back shelf on the top? These decisions are painful, okay? Maybe this is the compromise. Elsa's cape and stuff a little obscured, but no matter who's in the back, they're gonna be a little bit covered up. On like a skirt size / puffiness scale, she feels weird being on the end. Might need to reshuffle this a bit. Oh, so many decisions to be made. Oh, send your thoughts and prayers. Okay, here's where we stand. Ariel's more in the middle, just so we have a poofier skirt on the outside, so it feels a little more balanced. And then down here, we have both Moanas in front now. I don't know how I feel about that. This Snow White in the middle, she would have been the easiest to relocate because she's so small. But I just love her so much. I can't put her on the bottom. And so Esmeralda's down there, but thankfully because her dress is so big and colorful, she really pops down there. She really stands out. So I think that was a good move. And so that's how it's looking. But I feel like Ariel's dress matches the vibes of the upper cabinet. She just had to be with them. Now for the cable. Over here, I've got the ceiling light plugged into a smart switch. And then the other cord goes into here. There's cable management channels down there. That's where I'm going to feed the new cable. It wraps around along the wall, all the way over here, where it comes out and goes up to the table. And it ends right here. So I'm going to have a new one in that exact same spot, but with 3 prongs, so I can plug more stuff into it. And yeah, right now there's like an extension cord in an extension cord in an extension cord. So we're going to clean that up a bit. It'll still look messy under here, but I mean, it'll be less of a fire hazard. All right, new setup is there. I don't have a cable going over to the charging station currently though, because that would again be like an extension cord plugged into an extension cord. I mean, if I had something stretching and plugging directly into this one, maybe instead of the brick, I could do that. This can reach a lot better. I can charge my stuff a lot easier. There's room to plug in more things under the table, and I can plug in things with 3 prongs. Oh, it's so great. Okay, one last thing. I just tidied that up with some Velcro strips because the cable was a little wonky. Looking so good. Yes. I just love getting rid of small annoyances, and that's what I just did. Because sometimes you don't want to do something, even if it only takes 10 seconds to do, I don't want to do it all the time. Like with my cameras, how I put those little quick mounting things on them so I can quickly snap them to any tripod, things like that. I hated screwing my camera into a tripod. It was so annoying. It takes maybe 15 seconds tops, but it just drove me up the wall. So I'd only hold the camera and just those little things. Those little improvements, it makes such a difference. And next order of business, I am updating this graphic that shows up on my Twitch page. It says streams have moved to YouTube. This is very outdated. I did leave Twitch completely, but then when they allowed multi-streaming, I came back. So all my Monday streams are streamed to both YouTube and Twitch. And now I'm bringing back the Friday stream, so I'm going to add that to the schedule and just update this and the description area of my channel. Okay, so this was the old one, and here is the new one. It's a lot less pink, so I'm kind of torn about that, but it's just a lot cleaner. I don't use the floral background anymore for any kind of branding, but I went with my usual green and pink and kept a lot of it sort of the same, but I have more of my socials displayed now, and the schedule is clear in the middle, and I put that in. I did stream this past Monday after my usual stream. I don't know if that's going to stay part of the schedule, but I'm at least going to give it a go because I just brought back Friday stream. So I'm like, am I adding a second date? But like, at least right now I'm really in the mood to do a lot of game streams. And Monday evenings, I usually don't really do anything because after the main live stream is over, I don't really do anything. I usually have supper and just go chill upstairs. I'm probably doing my Fall Guys dailies or something. Like I'm gaming anyway. I might as well stream it. Doesn't interfere with my filming schedule or anything to have the Monday evening stream. So I guess I'm officially putting it on the schedule. Will it stay? I don't know. It's trial period. It's trial period for the Monday streams. And they're short because they start late and, you know, it's a Monday night. I don't want it to go late. So it's just like a little something. But this just feels a lot cleaner, less busy, even though the pink is exciting. But I kind of wanted it a little less girly. So there it is. I forgot about this banner. I could probably keep it the same, just slap the green in the background. The PSD does not have layers other than this. Like they're all merged. Okay. This is where the banner sits. It's behind stuff. So I'm not sure what I want to do with it. Okay, I thought of something. Let's hit refresh here. I figured why not a pattern? Because then the face is visible, the name is visible, no matter where we're at. If the side panel is open, you can still see everything. Yeah. So I updated the panels down here to match the banner, although I left these little plants I had in the corners because I think they're just too cute. But I did the color scheme to match this middle piece here where it's the super pale pink with the darker pink and green outline. So now it matches. We had a little makeover here on the Twitch channel. Okay, I just replaced the screen protector on my phone because I had a messed up one that was starting to lift and I cut off the lifted part, so the top part had no screen protector at all. And then I came into the embroidery room to mess with the Luna Moth design here. I made it so I can fit a 10 by 10 hoop, so that involved moving a couple of the sparkles. And I changed the colors because this is going to be another one of the miscellaneous embroidery items. I'm doing totes on this color here because we have the witch hat design on the green totes. And then for this color, we're going to do Luna. So this will be the base pink, and then this will be the details on the wings, and then the purple outlines will be the same purple as the original Luna Moth. So kind of these three colors here plus white and yellow. So tomorrow I'll get Christian to stitch that out, and if it looks good, then he can move full steam ahead on the totes. I want to drop this stuff ASAP in the shop, but I'm waiting for a few more blanks to come in, and they haven't even shipped yet. I ordered them almost a week ago. Just kidding, it turns out they did ship. So fingers crossed they arrive soon. But I didn't have any of the black color for medium and large. These are like the women's cut crop sweatshirts. I couldn't get any more medium and large, so I ordered full length ones, but I couldn't get the same brand either. They were out of those too, so I got a different brand, but should be similar style of a lightweight sweatshirt. So we'll have some medium and large, and we were a little short on extra larges too, so there's maybe like 5 extra larges or something I ordered for the full length black. But right now medium and large have 0 black, so that'll be nice to add that. Hey. But just a refresher, we've got the mint color like this. Ooh la la. And the size smalls are messed up, by the way, because the color order got mixed up and Christian didn't notice. And so I'll slightly discount them, but not too much of a discount since they still look really good. You probably can't even really tell that they're messed up. The dots up here are supposed to be white, not yellow. And then this flower is supposed to be white, not yellow, with a yellow center. And then the center of the big one's supposed to be green. So it is a B grade, but you wouldn't know that that's a mistake unless you knew the original color scheme. So yeah, these will be slightly discounted for the size smalls. And I think a couple larges were also messed up in the same way. So there'll be some B grades listed. And then for 4XL, 5XL, these are not women's cut crops. These are unisex Gildan blanks. We have black, and then there is this dark green color, and then this bright pink. Those will drop hopefully this month, along with the witch hat totes and Luna totes. It's now Wednesday morning, and I want to work more on my artwork today. I really should be working on it all day if I want to get it finished, but I feel like I haven't vlogged very much for this vlog. I don't want it to be all art footage, so we need to do at least something else. Plus, I am itching to do more decluttering. I need to find today's item to post in my group chat with my friends, and then probably film the next TikTok, because I didn't film yesterday's item. Depends what we find. I might combine 3 days together instead. We'll see. But yesterday's item was the cat tent and tunnel. Because we have the catio now, we don't need the cat tent. That thing was kind of a pain because we'd have to set it up every time we wanted the cats to use it. Now with the catio, we can just open the window. So we have no use for it. It's really nice. I'll probably sell it on Marketplace, but for now it'll go in the pile upstairs. Well, it's already in the pile right now. But let's look through some more stuff. Let's look through some things in this room. This room is the most cluttered room in the house. The thing is, it has a lot of my most prized possessions and things I'm not willing to part with. And a lot of it has already been sifted through because I declutter a lot before we moved. Not every drawer and thing was gone through because I was short on time for packing, but I know a lot of this stuff I did go through. You know, I got rid of some Disney dolls. I got rid of what have you, a bunch of things. Tons of art supplies and stuff. So I don't know how much I'll actually find to get rid of. And a lot of this is store product that I want to sell, hopefully eventually, so we'll see. But I can already think of a few things that I could get rid of. Up here, I'm grabbing the vines and that phone. This camera's too good at focusing on my hand. Anytime I stick it in front of the camera, I gotta not point at stuff. The phone and the vines. And you know what? I'm also gonna grab those planner pads. Now the phone, she's cute. This one's a little tough, but it doesn't really have a place. I feel like it doesn't really go with the decor of anything, and it just sits and collects dust. It was part of the decor at the old place, but now it doesn't have a home, and I don't want to keep it. Like, it could sit on the top of one of my shelves, for example, on top of the packing station at the very tippy top, but I think I just need to part with it. And it's porcelain. Ding, ding, ding. Or something adjacent to porcelain, you know. It's not plastic. This part's plastic, though. But it's a real working phone. Strangely, this middle part is metal. But then it's like plastic, plastic, not plastic, not plastic. But then back to plastic. It's a little all over the place in terms of materials. But yeah, it's very cute. Looking at it on the viewfinder, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so adorable. But no, it must go. It must go. And then the vines. I also went through a vine phase, decorating my old art room with a bunch of vines stuff. And I just have too many vines. And I have not used them for anything here. This room is cluttered enough as it is. And honestly, they don't even look that nice. Like, I don't even know if I want to keep them for product photography. So let's just throw the whole lot away into the donation pile. When I say throw away, I don't mean into the trash can, okay? Some stuff's being donated, some stuff's being sold. Now, these planner pads were up there because these are B grades. A lot of time they're B grades because the printing is very faint for some reason. It's just too pale. So I'm just gonna donate these. I thought maybe I would sell some B grades, but I have so many A grades left to the point where I might have to discount those anyway. So I'd rather sell the better ones, and so these can be donated. And I'm not doing them as freebies and orders because they're too heavy. They're gonna increase the weight of the order too much, and I'm gonna have to pay a bunch extra in shipping. Let's just, no, they're not gonna be order freebies. They're too heavy. And then this is not a declutter item. I'm just gonna open it. It's been sitting in its box since we moved, so let's take it out. And let's get rid of the box. Why did I do that? Now my sleeve's dirty. Actually, you know what? I am gonna donate this. I love the base of it, but it's not that exciting of a snow globe. I feel like this is one of the earliest things I bought when I was getting into my Disney store phase. So it was very precious to me at the time, but I have so much other stuff I've accumulated since, and this is just not one of my favorites. So let's say goodbye. Let's let it go. Let it go. I can't wrap it up while it's singing. The spinner was creaking against the foam. I had to open it back up. That's where the spinner part goes. Now this thing here, I'm going to take down and take a look at it because it doesn't really go here. It doesn't belong, I feel. It was a decor item for the old art room. But I'm going to look and see if I want to put it somewhere else in the house or just get rid of it entirely. Come here. It's supposed to be an ashtray or something. You know, you flip it. The lid flips and then your ashes go in there and then it closes and dumps them in. Of course, I was not using it for that. It was just decorative. Because I was on the hunt for very ornate, shiny things. So the phone was in the same vein as that. But that's not really the look we're going for in this art room. Let's say goodbye to it. If I ever want to look at it, I can come to the vlog and be like, oh yeah, that was so cute. Now, over here, I've been wanting to go through these top two drawers. I have gone through them since we moved. I organized them, but I feel like they need another once over. so I can get rid of some stuff. Christian's gonna start embroidering soon. I gotta move fast. So first of all, these remotes, these are for some lights I got, and I don't use them at all. I just control them via apps and stuff. All my lights come on by voice command through the Google, except the two down here, and I think that's what some of the remotes are for. Those I just put down there as some background lights for the gaming streams, but those I just open the app for them and turn the lights on. It takes 2 seconds, and if I do want to put them on a smart plug, I can, but I do not need the remotes. I have not touched them even once. I'm not sure what these ones were for, but again, clearly it doesn't matter. This is a mouse, believe it or not, a computer mouse. It curves. Ta-da! Kind of forgot I had this. I don't think I would use it. Like, I already have a backup mouse for stuff, so I don't need another one. This is the screen protector I just put on my phone. It turns out I still had another screen protector. I thought I used both of these because I messed up the installation the first time, but maybe this came with 3? I don't remember. Either way, I did not have to buy a new one, and I'm mad about that. But these are for my current phone, so I'm going to hang on to those. Yeah, I'll keep going through. I'll let you know what I find. And then there's also this drawer. I'm sure I can find a few things out of here. I have a lot of phone clamps, like this. I've had so many things I order that come with little phone clamps, and I have too many of them. Okay, here's a look at the drawers now. There's the top one. Here's the bottom one. I took out these test tubes because I just never used them for anything. They're cute, but like they've been sitting in a drawer for years. This is the graphics card for the order packing computer right up there. It was acting up real bad one day, and I took this out and it's working. And so I kept this in the drawer just in case I needed it again, but I haven't needed it. So let's get rid of that. I have this little glove that's getting some stains on it from enamel pin stuff. I'm going to say goodbye to this Disney key. Goodbye to you. And then these are both portable battery packs that I don't use. I don't even know how good they are these days because they're pretty old, and you know, with phones being newer, taking more power, I don't know how effective these would even be, but I just don't use them at all. So goodbye. We have an Amazon Echo. I need to find the power cable for it, but I, again, don't use that. This one I got for free. I think it came with some Ring cameras or something, but I use the Google system, so I do not need that. Some little earbud replacement rubbers. These are for some of my limited edition dolls. That's why I kept them. This is for the Rapunzel, and then this is for Moana. But these just sit in the drawer, and it's like, I'm not concerned about resale value for those. I've already taken them out of their boxes. Just say goodbye to the little accessories that I don't like. A too small phone clamp of so many of these, as I was saying. They're so small. They're for tiny little phones. They stretch outwards, but they can only stretch so much, and the springs are powerful. It's going to crush your phone. Some little Velcro strips I thought I would want for cable management or something, but I have a bunch of skinnier black ones on a roll. I don't need all of these, and I don't think I would use the bright ones. We got this Avengers coin. We have this Twitch dog tag. It's kind of yellow on one side. The other side looks good, though. And then again, more phone clamp and accessories, because sometimes that stuff just comes with other tripods you're ordering, and I don't need them. Then I have various cables like USB-C. This one's a small lightning cable. I recently got some nice long ones. I don't need this short one anymore. This again was accessories. This is an Apple Pencil case. My phone box, like these can go. I just took out the important stuff. I took out the little key tool that lets you access your SIM card from here, and I took out the tip for the Apple Pencil, and I labeled it, and this tiny little cloth. This is my original charger for my iPhone 4. I have newer, better ones with more slots on them. We can say goodbye to that. Some business card holders, a little piece of foam anti-slip thing. And then I have 2 cables I took out that I probably will keep. This one's got the USB mini, or not USB mini. Yeah. Wait, is that the term for it? I think that's the name for it. It's not USB-C, but I do have some devices that still use this. And in fact, I have some that are on a really short cord right now. This one's longer, so I'll do a cord swap. And this is a regular USB-C. So these are going to go into my charging station. I have a bunch of cables I need to go through. Like, ugh. This whole drawer here It's full of cables and tech stuff, and a lot of it I do need, and I frequently do go in here to get stuff. But I feel like I have too many duplicates. Like, I have too many of the USB minis. You know, go through it again. But she's very full. We'll save that for another day, maybe. So this is multiple days worth of stuff for the declutter. I'll have to pick out some stuff that counts towards today. And there's more to go through down here. But those were kind of the areas I knew I would find a lot of stuff. So I don't know how much more I'll find down here. But there will be some stuff. I'm sure of it. So we can go through more in a future vlog. I've assigned these two as being today's official items. Christian has the first Luna done on here. It looks pretty good, but I don't think I like this turquoise color in there. I'm going to swap it out for a darker pink. I just have so much of this turquoise left. Like, I probably should be stitching this out in the original Luna colors because we have so much Luna thread. But I want something that matches this bag. So that's why I'm choosing the colors accordingly. So let's do another one, but with the swapped out colors. Oh, this is much cuter. Ooh, I love it. I like that a lot. Oh my goodness. Now I'm thinking I would love this on sweaters, and I'm like, no, we're trying to use up excess thread. We're not here to like buy more thread of these colors. I mean, there's a lot of the purple, but that's not even a color that's being used a lot. TikTok is posted. I took a break for lunch, ate some soup, and now there's this. I might make one more TikTok actually, because I gotta post a progress update on this. Okay, another art section voiceover. You see me covering up the paper because I'm paranoid I'm gonna get stuff all over this. Like, sometimes you uncap a marker and it sprays a little blob of ink or two. We actually do have a couple blue spray spots on this piece, but it's on the white border, thankfully. But that's why I keep covering everything up, because I'm scared I'm gonna ruin it. It just looks less pretty though while I'm coloring when you can't see the whole thing. So here I'm coloring the hut, and I just started with the sticks because it's mostly leaves, so I might as well get the sticks colored so I can see them, so I don't accidentally color over them with green, right? And I did not finish the piece, but I made a good dent in it this week. I made a good dent, and I'll work on it more on the weekend, hopefully finish it up, but I'm loving how the hut is looking. I maybe don't have enough color variance in the shades of green. I might tweak that a little bit as we go, but the idea is the light source is coming from the left, so I want all the leaves on the left to be very pale, and so I don't want to darken them too much. I don't. But yeah, that's where we're at with the artwork. I know I am talking about stuff you're not looking at yet, but that's okay. I wanted to transition to talking about Beetlejuice. Because I'll say later in the vlog, oh, we're going to Beetlejuice tonight. But I stopped filming before we actually went. But I'm filming this voiceover on Friday, on the day the video is being uploaded, because I'm finishing off the edit the morning of upload. It's stressful because I have a stream starting at noon and I'm sitting here trying to finish the edit. But I couldn't get the edit done in time before Beetlejuice because we had to leave right after supper to go watch it. And I ran out of time to edit. So here we are. But we went and saw Beetlejuice, the musical. And it was really good. I listened to the soundtrack a couple times before going to see it because I never really listened to the Beetlejuice music before. But one thing I've learned is I like to listen to the soundtrack before I go and see shows because then I can understand the lyrics better because it's hard to hear them sometimes. Certain lines that just, I don't know. And it's just more exciting when you know the songs. Like, but with Hairspray, I didn't listen to the songs before going to see it, and I regretted that. So this time I was like, I'm going to listen. But I only made it through the soundtrack twice, so I didn't know the songs that well, but still, it was such a great show. And I was curious because the soundtrack's only 36 minutes long. So I figured there must be a lot of speaking parts in this musical because some of them, like for example, Hamilton, it's singing almost the entire time. There's maybe just like a few lines outside of the songs, but it jumps from song to song to song. So if you listen to the soundtrack, you're listening to the entire musical, whereas this had a lot of extra stuff. And it was hilarious because it's obviously a comedy and they're just cracking jokes throughout. So funny. Very adult humor, though. Not for kids, not kid-friendly. Lots of crude, crass adult humor, but that's what made it so great. It was hilarious, and I loved the cast so much. So the little booklet I got with it, the playbill. We had all the main people on the front of it except for Delia. We had someone else for Delia, but oh my God, I loved her so much. Like, she was probably my favorite. Also, Lydia, who, let me open this. Lydia was Madison Mosley. The second she started singing, I was like, oh my God, oh my God. Her voice is insane. It's so good. I like it better than the recorded soundtrack. It's just, oh, she's so great. And she's so young still, I think. I mean, I don't know her age. She looks young anyway. She's going places. She's going places. This is her Broadway debut, I guess, like this touring thing. So, yes, it was so fun and it was great. And then I had a glass of wine during it, and I think that kept me up all night. I've been sleeping so well recently because I sleep with this stupid wedge that props me up because I sleep better that way. But it's under the mattress so that it's softer. But because of that, it's angling towards Christian's side of the bed. I'm sleeping like it's a slope front, like top to bottom on the mattress, but also side to side, if that makes sense. And so I started sleeping with a pillow beside me to prevent me from rolling into the middle of the bed. And it's been so great. I've slept so well this past week. It's insane. And last night I slept horribly. Awful, awful, awful. I couldn't fall asleep and I was waking up constantly. And you know what? I think it was the glass of wine. I think it was. Because it's the same thing when we go to visit our parents. I'll have a couple drinks and then I can't sleep. And so I think the booze is the culprit. Which is awful because I'm like, I need to get to bed. I need to get up early to finish this edit. And I need energy for my live stream. And now I'm like a zombie this morning. Help me. But anyway, back to the artwork. As you can see, there's not that much variance in the shades of green. Obviously, the right side is darker than the left side, and the vines are darker than the rest. But it's kind of tough because I don't want anything to get too dark in this. Like, the shadows do not go all the way down to black in this piece. And so I'm like, how do I get color variance on the leaves? Maybe some should be more bluish. Maybe some could have more orange in them. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to tweak it or not. We'll see once the rest of it is colored because I can go in, tweak it a tiny bit. And I did go in on the green leaves and add some white pencil, which I'm trying to avoid doing because I don't want pencil texture on this, except for the outlines, of course. But I don't want to shade things with pencil. But here and there, I was doing just little touches of it. And I did do it on the left side leaves to boost the highlights a bit because I felt like they needed that little bit of boost. And also, I did add some white highlight on the plums. I don't think I filmed that because I did it dead last, but I did use a pale yellow and a tiny bit of white to brighten the highlights on the plums because, like I was complaining about before, I felt like I didn't leave enough highlight and I was debating tweaking it digitally, but I want the actual physical piece to look good, right? So I just went in with the pencil. I just went in and I did it. And so it's looking pretty good. I did the colorful stuff on the hut last because I'm trying to balance things out. Like, okay, we have some blue flowers, bottom left corner, and then there's some on the right side, but not quite in the corner. So like, which mushroom could I color blue where it's balanced? Same thing with like the yellows, the pinks, trying to keep them separated nicely. I tried tweaking that mushroom a little bit. I colored in the spots on it to be a bit pinkish. Didn't like that. Colored them in dark brown. And that's where it's sitting, but none of the other mushrooms have spots, so it feels so out of place. Plus the other ones are bright colors. I'm still unsure about that little mushroom. Like, I could try turning it into a rock, but also the rocks have very pale pinky purpley colors, so it wouldn't match in that sense. But I'm still loving how it's turning out. Here's the progress. So we have the ground and the critters to do next, and maybe tweaking some of the background, like where I have the vertical lines in the back to be the rest of the forest. Maybe darken a few areas here and there, but it's coming along. Look at her. It's now Thursday. Today's going to be a jam-packed day. I don't know if I can get everything done. I just responded to a bunch of emails. I need to pack orders, edit the entire vlog, which is the biggest thing of the day. I would like to put up my new curtains because they did arrive. And we are going to Beetlejuice tonight. Beetlejuice the musical. So basically I need this vlog edit done before supper. Can I do it all? And I even chopped a couple things off my to-do list this week and I'm still running out of time. And I didn't finish the artwork. But the week's not over. I can still finish the artwork, but it won't be finished in the vlog. I'm just realizing I should probably order a new freebie sticker ASAP. But like, is this latest drop gonna have its own freebie sticker? Because I like to order them in bulk, but we also have that stationery collection coming up. But whatever I order, if I want it in time for the new drop, I need to order it now. Today. We have a few of these ones left over now because Christian was eating leftover trick-or-treat candy, and so these were in the bags, and so these were just ending up in a pile upstairs, and I didn't realize that. So we have a handful of these left over now. A little late for Halloween. Actually, no, it's early. It's early for Halloween because it's 2025. So pumpkin sticker. But yeah, maybe I'll have to add that to today's to-do list, is order a sticker. It's gonna be weird ordering one sticker design in a low quantity. Oh, this is not on. Rick, wake up! And there we go. And I'll pack the rest off camera. Order packing is done. We had one more order come in while I was packing, so I packed 11 total. Thank you guys so much. Okay, for the freebie, I quickly whipped up this. It's just a color change of the Luna Moth to be reminiscent of the totes. And I'm getting it on the fairy dust backing, which is a little micro glitter, the same as this sticker. And since I want to make sure I have enough to last me until the next drop, I'm going to order 500, and then whatever I don't use, I can list for purchase later, because I'll come out with a new freebie sticker for the stationery collection. My Premiere Pro proxies are taking so long to generate. I was supposed to do this overnight and I forgot to, but it's playing the videos back in slow motion as it's generating them. Usually they play back fast forwarded. So this is astronomically slower than usual. I don't know what's going on. I decided to start editing anyway. I started editing some of the art clips, but it was working well at first, and then it started lagging, and I'm like, you know what, let's just let these proxies generate. Maybe let's hang the curtains while we wait for this. So, the curtains. I put a lot of effort into these green curtains, but what bothers me is that they're green. They reflect green light onto everything, and I'm always trying to compensate for that in the editing. And I just want warm, nice lighting. Also, these are blackout curtains. They're not a full blackout. Like, look behind my computer monitors. You can see some light coming in, but it does block out most of the light. When I close the curtains, it's really dark in here. I would rather have something more light filtering. And I was very inspired by these curtains in our bedroom. They came with the house. Don't judge us. We have not replaced them yet. This is a bad time of day to show this because the sun is not coming in this window right now, but this filters the light so warmly into the room. Even though they're hideous, they create the best vibes, especially in the morning. It's glorious. So when we replace these, I'm going to have to find something that does the same. So these are the new curtains. They are a nice warm color. It's called camel. And now a lot of sheer curtains are very sheer, so I figured I'd also get a liner just to try to block a little more light coming in. They're not this same color. These ones are a little more pinky. This is more orangey. But it's similar enough, and they're both warm tones, because I could have gone with just a white liner or a cream colored liner, but I figured let's go with the warm vibes. So I'm going to put both of these on the same curtain rod. I'm hoping that works. It should. And I wanted something a little wider than 55 inches, but I couldn't get them wider than that. So they'll be about the same size as the existing ones. I was hoping for something wider so that there would be more ripples in it when it's fully closed, because I don't want this to be too sheer, you know what I mean? There's like sheer, blackout, nothing in between. It's hard to find what I want. But as you can see, this sun, it comes in quite bright, especially in the winter time, because the sun is lower in the winter and blinds you. And I do also have blinds here, but these suck and they're heavy, and I need to replace them with some more modern blinds, something easier to put up and down. But for now, we're just changing the curtains. So this is what the curtains look like. My only complaint, the grommets are silver because I have a gold rod. And I popped off all those grommets and spray painted them gold myself. And now we're saying goodbye. I mean, if I hate these new curtains, I can just put the green ones back up. Now, instead of trying to iron these out, I'm just going to hang them and possibly steam out any wrinkles. They don't look overly wrinkly. We'll see once it's hanging. But I'm definitely not steaming them today. I just want to get them hung up. I fear the camel color is too orangey. Like against the pink, it feels weird. See, I was expecting closer to this. It's more neutral, but I don't know what other color would work well other than just like an off-white color. Because the taupe I feel like is going to look so gray. Possibly also Angora. Yeah. Those just look like warm grays, so it's hard to tell online, you know? I've decided I'm going to order a different color. So I ordered the Angora color, and we'll see what it looks like when it gets here. And then I can return these ones. But I'll wait till the new ones get here, because maybe will like this color more. Remains to be seen. Or maybe I want to put these... Maybe I want to put these in the bedroom. Although I don't know if they're wide enough. But I can't get them wider. That's the thing. On Amazon, there's only so many sizes available. I'd have to go to like a curtain specific place to get more options. I mean, I'd be okay sewing a couple panels together because there are only 2 windows in the bedroom and I have 8 panels. So that's actually, wait a minute. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Because I don't mind if there's a seam in the bedroom curtains because I know I like these. I like the amount of light that's coming through. I like the look. And I think this color would go well in our bedroom. So maybe we'll use it for that. Oh, hello, little one. Is it pet Kiki time? Well, I guess I will get back to editing, and that's the last thing I have to do before Beetlejuice, so I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Vive, is that comfy? That's the liner. That's the liner I'm for sure keeping. These bins are so good for the Copics. Now what? Oh gosh, I don't even know where to go from here. A lot of these probably need to be tested. I got a Prisma, I got Artist Love, Faber-Castell, Le Pen. I got all kinds here.